First of all, congratulations on making history and becoming the first swimmer in any stroke to claim a 50-meter, 100-meter, and 200-meter treble at a single World Championships. People are now calling you the new king of breaststroke. How do you feel when you hear that?
其实我的内心呢，对于听到这些
Actually, I felt calm hearing these new names. Indeed, I accomplished something that no one had accomplished before, but I don't think a single World Championships qualifies a swimmer to be called the king of the breaststroke. For me, to be able to live up to that name requires a swimmer to successfully maintain his or her competitiveness in 2 or 3 Olympics and be able to beat themselves and keep getting better. So I think I still have a long way to go, and I want to keep this learning attitude rather than being satisfied with what I have achieved.
功劳簿上不思进取吧。
When you won your first gold in the 100-meter breaststroke, you broke the Asian record 3 times in 3 races and became the first Chinese breaststroke swimmer to stand on top of the podium. How did you feel at the time?
当时夺冠后的心情真的是非常的激动。之前
I felt really excited. I had never won any individual medals in any 50-meter standard pool international events. So this was my first time getting an international medal. When I heard the national anthem, I felt really proud. But I know I still have some areas that need improvement, because the result is still not as good as I expected. So I hope I can get my best performance out there when I compete at the Asian Games in Hangzhou.
并且把这个成绩发挥出来。
Your form was quite good at the national championships in May, when your time in the 100-meter was 57.93 seconds. 2 months later, you pushed yourself again and progressed further. What did you do in those 2 months?
其实主要最多的还是技术和体能方面吧。
In May, I was still polishing my new skills, including the details of my start and turnaround kicks. And those got significantly better when I was at the World Championships.
方面也是
You said before that the 200 meters is the most challenging among the 3, but you won gold eventually, and on top of that, you broke the world record. How would you describe your form when you were competing after you won 2 golds?
其实回顾当时决赛的一个状态，我认为，
I was focused and confident in the 200-meter final. I was swimming against the defending champion, who was also the Olympic champion and the world record holder, Zach Stapletic-Cook, and he didn't give his best in the semifinals, which made me think that I could really have a chance to beat him, as I also didn't give my best in the semis. So I knew I could race him in the last 50 meters. Then I did win. Actually, I felt most at ease when I won the second gold, because once I had 2 golds, I had the ambition to claim all 3. I didn't really expect to break the 200-meter world record before the competition, but when I had that ambition and that hope, as I was already so close to achieving this feat, I felt that I had to do it.
就是这种目标感。
You said winning the gold medals is history now, and medals are meant to be hung on the walls. How would you describe your attitude towards winning and losing?
因为我之前也很喜欢足球解说。
To paraphrase an expression I like very much, success in life is only temporary. Failure is the main theme. People are divided into different categories by how they face success and failure. I think as a professional athlete, my goal is to win the gold, stimulate the inner desire to win, and seize any opportunity to succeed. But even if the gold medal is in my hand, it doesn't mean that I can always win. As the old saying goes, the world is hard to conquer, but it's even harder to defend. Only by planning ahead can it be possible to keep the honor longer. If I lose, but I do my best, I don't care too much about the result. Find out what's wrong, train hard, come back next time.
下次一定会来。
China won 5 golds, 3 silvers, and 8 bronze for the country's best ever results since 1994. The results in the relays and individual events put China among the top teams in the world. How would you assess Chinese swimming now? And from your training, how do you think the team made all these progress?
我觉得中国游泳队现在的整体实力
I think China's national swimming team has made obvious progress compared to the previous period. The relay events showed that we have a lot of talent at all ages. Although we are still some distance behind the 2 swimming powerhouses, the USA and Australia. We are among the world's second-tier teams. which reflects the advanced concepts, scientific training and medical rehabilitation, integrated team cooperation, and perfect selection mechanism pursued by our country in recent years, and step by step to achieve this rise.
来这么一步步实现的。
Your good form has continued in Chengdu as you keep sweeping gold. The quick change in countries as well as swimming, all these races has not seemed to affect your performances.
影响的话，多少也还是会有一点，因为也是
It has some effect. After all, to participate in 2 consecutive competitions for more than 2 days, my physical fitness has declined. Therefore, in terms of race results, it is impossible to maintain a high level in Chengdu like at the World Championships. So because of this, I need to be more focused, allocate my physical strength, recover more efficiently, and rest in daily life to help me overcome the negative effects of traveling from country to country.
助我快速转场所带来的负面影响。
Looking back on your journey from being disqualified in your first Olympics in Tokyo to becoming the new king of the breaststroke, do you feel like this road was very difficult?
就是走的时候真的是感觉非常非常的辛苦。不过现在
I think the journey from being an unknown swimmer to being a champion has been very difficult. I think it is very appropriate to describe competitive sports as mountaineering, because the road to the mountain is very difficult to climb. There are slopes, there are forks, and sometimes you can't even see the road ahead. But when I firmly climbed to the top, I was glad that I never gave up.
信心，就信心我自己从没有放弃过。
What was your turning point?
我觉得转折点就是来到了一个
I think my turning point was joining a new team. I had a group of coaches and teammates who had dreams, and I also learned about more targeted training, which gave me a new understanding of swimming. Second, it stems from last year's loss at the World Championships. I was under a lot of pressure, really wanted to show myself, and mentally I was very tired. Since then, my mind has been completely calm, and I have let go of many of my previous obsessions. The attitude towards swimming changed from a job to enjoyment. More specifically, where before I was totally focused on the result, now it's about enjoying the process of swimming.
真的也是非常享受。
You also said you had lost too many times and you don't want to lose anymore. Can we expect more surprises in the upcoming Hangzhou Asian Games and the Paris Summer Olympics?
确实，我也相信一定会的，因为
I'm sure I will. The Tokyo Games remain in my heart, and it would be the biggest regret for my career if I cannot prove myself at the Olympics again. What I have achieved now can only be described as working in the right direction, not the end. Now is just the beginning. I hope to be able to show my strength at the Paris Summer Olympics. I think my team and I will be ready. Through this competition, I also know that I have a lot to improve. I believe that if all goes well, the 50-meter and 100-meter breaststroke records will also be broken by me.
将来一定是会被我改写。
Thank you, Haiyang, and we look forward to seeing more records broken by you in the pool.